Probably only one teacher that I really can't stand. And I'm gonna say his name, Mr. Dotty Kennard. Oh. If he's still there, yeah.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Guys, I'm set up this way, fam, because the sun doesn't want me and Tamika to win. When I'm back there, I just look like the Dark Knight. So it's just like, and I love being a brown beauty, don't get it twisted. But I need to be seen. Welcome back to Guys TV. We're here with Tamika again.
You already know who it is.
If you don't know her by now, then you need to catch up on the old videos, because my thing is this: Tam Tam is here to stay. Tamika, tell the people what we're going to be speaking about.
We are going to be talking about our sixth form experience. We're laughing now because
we're laughing now, fam.
We actually went through a madness in sixth form.
Sixth form, I think, fam, was a mess. For people that don't know, when you finish school, you either go straight into work or people join a sixth form or college. Think about it, you're so close up in this bubble of school that you don't realise how much of a different world college is. And people always say that, and it's when you go into college, oh my god, it's so different. Sixth form is just like being in school. No.
Why was we wrong?
Fam, sixth form ain't no joke. And me and Tamika, I just feel like we've just been through a lot.
We have.
Like, period. Like, when I tell you...
Year 11 till we went off to uni. That's what, 2 years?
2 years.
In those 2 years, it literally felt like 5 years. We went through too much in a short amount of time as well. Like, things I thought would never even happen to me or you. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like we had to go through a lot of the things that we've been through in sixth form to just clue us up, to make us realise not everybody's on your corner.
No, and not everyone's energies are for you.
Period. Tamika, where are we even going to touch base on first? Because
we need to start from like where it all went wrong, really.
Tamika, where did sixth form go wrong?
Personally for me, I tolerated sixth form in year 12.
Yeah.
The type of girl I am, I don't gel and mix with any and anybody.
No, definitely. You've always been that way.
I like to suss them out first. I want to see what type of character they're dealing with. I want to see what energy they're bringing. And then, you know what it is? I sit back and I observe. And if I get a good vibe off you, then we're in here.
Facts. Like she said, she stops and observes. I'm very, like, I don't know.
Hi, guys.
Yeah! I'm so open. Like, I'm literally, like, especially back then. Oh my god, back then I was so open, so naive. I really had that naive mindset, honestly.
I wouldn't even call it naive though, you know.
Why?
Because it's not like you was just walking blindly. Like, obviously you was aware. Yeah. But I feel like people just had a mask on. Yeah. And true colours and definitely their real face started to show when ish hit the fan, really.
Yeah, we really didn't know ourselves. Like, we actually didn't. Like, we know who we are, but what I'm saying is, especially in that moment, you don't know your self-worth. One thing I will say, you don't know who your real friends are. You think you know who your real friends are, but you don't know who your real friends are.
And you don't really understand what you can tolerate and what's not acceptable.
Oh my god, definitely. That part there, that's one thing I would say sixth form definitely taught me.
It opened my eyes that certain people... We had a scissor spree in year first.
Oi!
We cut everybody out.
When sixth form ended, me and Tamika genuinely said, I am over it. I am frigging over it.
Finished.
Especially year 13. I'll say that's definitely one of the worst years of my life.
Gosh, we both lost weight in year 13.
We both lost so much weight, and that was due to stress.
With the black jeans.
Tamika's always had you understand, Tamika always had, my good sis was stressed out so much to the point where those same jeans that used to fit her so good, they look like jogging bottoms. They look like jogging bottoms. I'm thinking, Tamika, are those same jeans?
I've never let someone or a situation stress me to the point where I'm not me.
Yeah, definitely.
I wasn't even thinking right. Definitely. I wasn't eating right, and my behaviour was pretty much irrational. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. And I think that was the case for both of us. Sixth form is drama. People are drama, and even if you're not looking for it, it will come. Now, honestly, it will come to find you, and it's how you handle those situations. I didn't know how to handle situations, which made me do things out of character, which I will say definitely based out of hurt and not being able to handle my emotions. I think for the both of us, it was the first time we drastically lost weight because we were just stressed out.
I've never been so skinny in my life.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Naturally, you are going to tend to lose weight or put on weight depending on how you deal with that situation. For us, you know, we lost weight.
Yeah.
Our situations were quite different, but how we felt was very much the same.
Very much the
same. And the point that we want to leave when we finish this video is that you need to know who your real ones are. Everyone wants to shout gang, gang, gang when things are going
they really
good.
Gang though?
But when things go wrong, or when someone's going through it, in Gershie's case, she was going through it, and everyone was crickets.
I would say sixth form definitely opened my eyes to who's really in your corner and who's not. Just realizing your self-worth, because it's like Tamika said, I think in sixth form, that's when I first experienced people betrayal, leaving me when I needed them the most. Because one thing about me, and Tamika can attest to this, I'm a very happy person. People love it when I'm the person giving them joke, when I'm the person giving them energy. When I turn into a human who go through raw emotions and is hurting, that's when you see when people's true intentions are. And Tamika, I think at some point in sixth form, the both of us were going through discontentment.
Oh gosh.
Right?
Oh gosh.
Discontentment, confusion made us to do some crazy things.
Made me question my sexuality.
Sis, can we just talk about that, please?
When you're at the age of 16, 17, 18, you don't really know like who you are. And I want to say that in the most like vague way possible.
Yes, please.
Like read between the lines. You don't really know who you are until you're faced with certain situations.
My days. Or certain people that make you question.
Year 13 comes now. And certain people come into the picture.
From a different sex. Well, from the same sex.
Obviously, when you start to be around someone and you're sharing your most like deepest secrets, and
that's exactly what it was.
Like you're crying together. You're going through the good times together.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Obviously, feelings got involved, and I'm thinking, hold on a minute, wait, whoa. I've gone through most of my life being like, I know who I am. I'm on a straight, narrow path. And then you're faced with the possibility that you're questioning your sexuality. There's plenty of girls and boys out there who are gonna go through this period in life where do I
like girls or do I like boys?
Do I like girls? Do I like boys?
Right.
Is it, am I bi-curious?
Right.
Like, what's going on?
And what would you have in that moment? What would you have considered yourself? Like in that moment when you're going through what you're going through.
In all honesty. Just going through life.
Just going through life?
Just going through life. It's not to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, like, okay, like, I need to know. No, I'm going to figure it out when I get to that point. I'm going to just ride the wave. But a part of me felt like, oh my gosh, is it going to become a point where I'm going to have to, like, talk to my mom? Because remember...
my
God.
God.
You sat down and you was like, so what, you going to tell your mom?
Because I was thinking, nah, because you know what it is? If you know Tamika, you know, like...
you wouldn't expect it from me.
You wouldn't expect it from her.
For some reason, people think like, oh, Tamika, she's so quiet. Keeps to herself. Which I do.
She does.
I do keep to myself.
But she felt like in that moment you could trust that person. And that person had genuine intentions, which she didn't. Again,
when you're going through heartbreak alone, you can start to feel and think irrationally.
No, definitely.
And I'm not saying that to disregard the other person, of course not, because at the end of the day there was a genuine ash friendship between all the three of us. There was a genuine ass friendship, but it became too much, and it became so quite toxic. Suffocating and toxic.
And especially when emotions are, and also especially because you know what it is, granted I wasn't going through what Tamika was going through, even with that friendship that we were in, it was still it was just so emotionally draining. And this is what I'm saying, this is what Tamika talks about with energies and stuff. You need to be careful, fam, because there's some people that will just use you because you're comfort. Because me and Tamika were damn good friends. People like that, there's people like that in the world that will literally see two good people or see a good person, instead of just wanting to give them the same respect that you're giving them, they want to use that and abuse that.
Do you know what really like highlighted and made it apparent to me that this person ain't it, and did we mean anything at all, was how the friendship ended. You went to London, she literally was like,
Isn't that so crazy? But you know what I feel like it was though? When you treat people like they're disposable, don't be surprised when people actually take you up on your actions and leave you to your own devices.
Yeah, because it hurt me as well.
Of course.
It hurt us both, but for different reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons.
It hurt you because it's like, rah.
I thought that was actually my friend.
Yeah.
And with you because there were genuine emotion and feelings involved.
And it's like, hold on a minute.
First of all,
first
and foremost, don't tap into my sexuality. This can't bobulate me and then think you can treat me any kind of way. That's selfish. Because just because you know who you are doesn't mean she knew what she was back then. And you came and tapped into that and thought you can just do what you wanted to do. Tamika's not a fool.
You know what? She's always gone to bat for me.
I always will.
That's one thing that I've always loved about you. Like, people seem to think that this friendship just came out of nowhere. Like, puff smoke. First of all, baby girl, I've always been there. We've been here since, like, I want to say, like, halfway through year 11, because I used to see girls in the corridors and we would show love.
Yeah, you know what it is? My thing is this. Me and Tamika, we've always had a mutual, like, liking for each other.
When the energy's making sense,
you can't fight it.
Out of all the friends that I have, obviously I have different relationships with all my friends.
Of course, yeah, different relationships.
I can talk to them about certain things, and that's just how we are as well. But out of everyone, I don't think I'm ever gonna find someone as genuine, and I mean genuine and in every sense of the word, as you. Awesome. And I'm not saying that to gas you, but it's come to the point where even my family, like my family love you.
We've
like,
become family now.
She's literally my family.
Mine and Tamika's friendship was definitely tested sixth form. We were both losing friends near enough the same time at the end of sixth form, but I truly believe that God definitely kept us in each other's life for a reason.
This friendship we have is God authorized, point blank, period.
And this is a sister I have for life. And if anything, like, time showed me the definition of a real friend, because like we said, we both went through a lot in sixth form. People were dropping out left, right and center, but this was the same said girl that stuck with me when I was at my happiest and stuck with me when I was at my all-time lowest. Remember when I was gonna get kicked out?
That day I really should have just let the wrath do the talking. I had so much rage built up inside of me. The whole day Gersh came to sixth form that day, it just went from bad to worse. Domino effect.
Oh my days.
The first domino was knackered. And slowly it was just do. Put yourself in Gersh's shoes. Imagine you're going through bad times regardless. Like, you're going through the most absolute bad thing. And then you're getting threatened with, you're getting kicked out of sixth form, you're not coming back after the half term.
Because it was half term.
All I heard is, wow, I don't think you're going to be coming back to sixth form after the half term. How about that? So then imagine having that in your head. Like, we need sixth form to go to uni.
You understand? My Congolese parents would butt me up and down if they found out I got kicked out of sixth form.
So Gersh had to stay behind after to talk to Mr. A.
Mr. A.
And so-called friends who want to claim they were Batty and Bench. Well, I'm going home. I ain't sticking around.
Showed absolutely no remorse.
I've got things to do. But the time when you're meant to really show out and show that, yo, you've got this girl no matter what, you wanted to chuck the deuces and go home. So I said, enough is enough. I grabbed my bags, grabbed my coat, and in my head I was thinking, I've done this.
And she made it known. She made it known because them same said people called her.
I was like, are you okay?
Because you stormed out.
You stormed out. I'm just with Gersh at the moment because she's upset. So I'll talk to you when I'm in a better mood.
One thing I will say, that day, that's when Tamika showed to me that you're a real friend. You're not just here for the ride. Granted, probably there was different reasons as to why people left, and granted, even if you felt like I deserved it, because I was, I did play a lot at school. Tamika corrected me. She was still there but corrected me, told me when I went wrong. She didn't just abandon me or made me feel like I was bottom of the barrel. And that's what I learned about people as well. They will switch up. I
already done sussed out certain people.
Tamika been you. Oh my god, Tamika, you've been knowing about people. Tamika told me, gosh, I'm not sure about this, but I don't know about them.
I'm not feeling the vibes about this one. However, I'm going to let Gersh figure out for herself. I'm going to let that person reveal to Gersh what type of girl she really is.
But this is why I respect my good sis, because although she planted seeds, because I get it. Sometimes it's frustrating, because I'm speaking from your standpoint. Sometimes it's frustrating when you see your friend in a bad situation, and it's like, get out. Like, why are you still talking to this person? This person's not good for you. However, I generally had to see for myself. Sometimes we have to go through things in life, guys. Like, definitely. Honestly, no matter how much it hurts, because it's like, sometimes we have to learn the hard way. Sometimes we just have to learn the hard way. I had to have certain things happen to me in sixth form for me to just realize on a deeper scale, because there's always so much people can tell you. When you actually go through it, it hits you different, and it teaches you a lesson that nobody can take away.
The way I see it now, I'm glad that we went through what we went through.
So glad.
Because
it shaped us for who we are.
It shaped us for who we are, and it made me have more discernment.
Definitely.
Sometimes you have to go through heartbreak.
You
have to go through losing friends. You have to go through trying times. Because it makes you stronger. Do you really think you can walk this earth without ever having nothing bad happen to you?
Exactly.
You're not human at that point in time.
Exactly. Friendship hurts. Don't let anybody take that away from you.
It's on the same level as a breakup. Let me tell you that from now.
It's definitely on the same level of a breakup.
If not worse.
If not worse, because my thing is this. Boys, and if a man's watching this, men, they come and go. They come and go. But you always think your friend's gonna be there regardless of the coming and going. And I love hard, and you know this. I've always been that kind of girl. Boys come and go, but I'm your sis. So I'm obviously gonna put you in higher value. Obviously, when you're married, that's a different conversation. But what I'm saying is, and it goes back to this whole generation thing of people being too quick to go into relationships, forgetting everybody else, and then when the person wants to break up with them, they want to come running and cry, oh my God.
How's it been?
When you do lose a friend,
it hurts.
It kills. Another thing I want to bring up as well, don't let anybody belittle your pain.
Your pain is your pain.
My pain is my pain, and that's when I had to realize. People made it seem like I was crazy, like I was delusional, like I had
that deep.
That I had no right to feel the way that I'm feeling. I'm thinking, no, my feelings are very much valid. They're very much valid, and they very much hold weight. And I remember, because I was masking it for so long, it started making it even worse and eating me up more and more inside.
It's true. Like, think of it. Your pain is like a paper cut. It may not seem serious to someone else,
but it hurts.
But if it hurts you, then it hurts you. Because I was losing sleep. I was losing weight. I was losing my mental thinking because of certain situations. But my thing is this, I have no hate towards anyone.
That's one thing I want to make clear. I think with all what we've been through in sixth form, fam, it really could have left dents in our hearts. I can be the first to admit it. Sixth form left me broken. I left sixth form a distraught, lost, confused individual, and had absolutely no hope. People can think what they want to think, but I am fully entitled to feel the way that I felt, and I felt broken. Granted, I know I wasn't perfect.
No one's perfect.
No, thank you, no one's perfect. However, I know my intentions, and I know my heart. You know, when I tell you so many lessons were learned from sixth form, people do not define who you are. If they want to think that you're trash, let them think that. Because I know who I am in Christ, and for the longest time my identity was in other people and what other people thought of me. Now I can laugh. And secondly, not to be bitter and not to hold anger to anybody. Trust me, it was a journey. It was an absolute journey for me to forgive everyone, whether they forgive me back or not, but to forgive everyone and let go and let God. It even states in the Bible not to be bitter and to show love to any and everybody, because holding bitterness is literally like poison. And I felt that poison because my anger and frustration and because that's how I felt for those people.
Remember,
and I can say it now because I'm not in that space anymore.
I've just come to that point where I'm never gonna get the I'm sorry.
We're never
gonna get that.
We're never gonna get the I'm sorry.
I had to give these people closure in my head.
And
I've just said to God, you know what? I know I've been irrational. I know that I have a lot of rage. But I'm a working person.
I'm a work in progress.
I'm a work in progress, and I want you to do your work through me.
Yes, please.
To the point where I do tend to not think about those situations anymore, because it brings me back to that place where I was.
Not going there anymore.
There's no point
going there anymore. Exactly.
There's no point
because what is it going to do for you? Because you know why I say that? Things like this, especially things like what happened to me and Tamika in sixth form, it can leave you scarred. You can always turn back into that 16, 18-year-old person, and we had to legit take the time and the effort and, oh my god, the prayer to get to that point where I'm no longer that person. Whether they think it or not, I am not that. I am healed. I know who I am, and just because I'm not going to get the apology from them, I'm going to literally be okay with the apology that I never have, because God's got me.
It's fine. Like, whatever you're going through right now, it's temporary.
It's so temporary.
Don't ever think what you're going through is a lifetime
That was the other thing that I wanted to say.
Because we really thought this was going to be a forever
I thought this was forever.
Because it felt like forever.
It felt like forever. It's so, Tamika, it's so true. So often when we're in bad situations,
you think it happened.
You think it's always, you literally, you don't see a way out. No. I literally thought to myself, I'm never going to get over this. I'm never going to heal from this.
And it was a long process, because it's not something you got over overnight. We had to coach each other. This happened, we couldn't help it, we've gone through it now, we have to somehow let go
and let God.
The most beautiful thing about this whole situation is that we really found each other,
fully,
and we just, oh gosh, I can't even explain.
No, say
like, you're actually my real life sis. No, like, you're actually my real life sis. I know COVID-19's in these streets, but best believe if Boris tells us that flights are back open, we have a whole holiday booked in August.
In regards to our holiday, we're literally we're praying for the best.
Amen.
We're praying for God's will to be done.
Amen.
If it's your will for us to go on holiday,
we'll be granted that.
Then we're gonna do that.
I'm not perfect.
Nobody is.
Gersh isn't perfect, but we take each other exactly how each other is, and just like my other friends as well. Everyone around you, they should be on your level, basically. I'm sorry, and I don't mean it in like a nasty way, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. If you've got someone who's just a Debbie Downer, cut them off.
Cut them off. Someone who's toxic, cut them off.
Someone who just watch what other people have, cut them off. I know what we're saying might be a hard pill to swallow to some, but like I always say, if the shoe fits, wear it. If the shoe doesn't fit, don't try and squeeze your foot in it.
Don't try and squeeze your foot in it, honestly.
Because we're talking very vague about things.
Yeah, most very vague, exactly. Do you know what I mean? But most importantly, our truth.
First thing is, after sixth form, I thought it finished then. No. It's gone through so much things together.
So much things. I feel like most of that was a result of us not dealing with emotions back then. Not dealing with how we felt back then. We think we just went from one extreme to another. I went to a whole London. I literally went from one extreme to another.
Let's just say you left Birmingham damaged.
Yeah, I definitely left Birmingham damaged.
Not because of you yourself internally, but what happened, people done to you,
left a scar,
and you didn't get to heal from that.
I never got to heal from that.
Literally, it was okay. We left sixth form. We was working at Pizza Hut for a few months together, and then she bounced to London. And I
never had time to fully process anything.
And even in that time, I still didn't fully process what I had gone through in sixth form.
Exactly, because it was the exact same thing with you, Tamika. Exact same thing with you, Tamika. People leave scars, especially at your young years.
Come on, 18.
18, you don't know anything.
You don't know anything.
You're like, what people say, you literally take for face value because you don't know anything, and that's why it's so important to know. And this is why I advocate for especially young people. I know it's hard, and even I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's not. You are gonna go through tests and tribulations, but one thing I will say is know who your trust is. Know who you are in Christ. Work on renewing your mind. When I tell you, when you have that God energy, when you legit keep reversing, because fam, the person that I was back then,
you're not that person now
at all. And it's only because of God. Let go, forgive, and move on. And one of my favourite verses in the Bible, I can't even freaking quote the book. I think it's Philippians, but it says, I don't look backwards, but I look to what's ahead. The Bible even encourages not to look back, not to dwell on the past, because what's that doing for you?
Nothing. It's only bringing you back to that part.
And one thing I want to say as well, even when you do see people from your past, like for instance me and Tamika, if we happen to come across someone from sixth form, I'm going to look at you and I'm not going to revert back to my 18-year-old self. I remember sometimes when I'd come back from university and I'd come to Birmingham and I'd see certain people, straight away I would turn back to my 18-year-old self. And I thought to myself, you can't have that hold over me, because I'm not that person anymore. I'm telling you guys, people bondage is real. It is. And it's not spoken about.
Maybe we're the only ones still affected from it. Maybe they all left sixth form thinking nothing of it.
Because I think that happened. I think a lot of people left sixth form not thinking anything from it. But you know what as well? I'm so happy that you brought that up. I did, and I'm not ashamed to say that. But I say that to say this. Now I'm at a point where I have no venom, no hate, no anger towards anybody.
Yeah.
But I will say, these things that people, what we went through, it's relevant because there's people going through it now. It's young people out there having identity crisis, going through things in relationships and friendships, and are just like you and me, that feel hard, that hurt.
I know there's girls out there, and this is why I want people to take away from this that you're not alone.
You're not alone,
because we weren't alone. We had each other. And even if you feel like you're alone, there's always someone.
Yeah.
There's always God the Father.
Amen. G-check yourself.
G-check yourself.
Yeah, G-check
Look in the mirror and say, you know what?
I'm that chick.
Yes, I did go through that. But at the end of the day, I'm still that chick.
Yeah.
I'm still that good dude.
Amen.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like,
definitely.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Guys, there's nothing wrong with being caring. There's nothing wrong with having emotions and feelings.
And there's nothing wrong with loving, because it says it in the Bible, love is patient, love is kind, and it doesn't envy.
Amen.
You have to have love in your heart.
You have to have love in your heart.
I love Corinthians 13. I love it. Because love is actually patient and it is kind. And don't envy.
And don't envy. Don't have jealousy or bitterness in your heart.
And in a perfect world, we would all get closure from certain situations, but we don't.
We don't.
It's not a perfect world.
It's not a perfect world. And one thing that you said, sis, is that you said something I loved the other day about we had to give ourselves that closure.
We had to give ourselves that closure because those people was never going to come to us and give us that closure.
And that's okay. Again, if that didn't affect you the way it did, then that's fine. But I am not ashamed, and I am not scared to say that it affected me, because it did. However, I overcame, and I have this peace in my heart that I can speak about this and smile and laugh.
We can laugh.
Even to the teachers, like, I don't have any venom towards you, like, because you guys taught me what to be like when I do become a teacher. So thank you for that.
There's probably only one teacher that I really can't stand. And I'm gonna say his name, Mr. Dotty Kennard. If he's still there, you were uncrowed and I don't like you. Man thought he was top chef. How are you gonna tell me not to wash the rice? Even in sixth form, man was uncrowed about, why are you coming in wearing jeans? Because they're putting a smart policy. He was like, I'm telling Mr. A. I'm telling Mr. A. I said, tell him.
On that note, stay safe. Be kind. Love each other. Doesn't have to be, oh my god, I love you, but truly have love for each other.
Just have love for everyone, really.
Yeah, honestly.
As the human race, we need to have more love for
Most
each other.
definitely we do, man.
It's not every day look down on people. It's not every day cuss. Obviously, I just cussed Mr. Kennard, but for the most part, it's all love and light to him as well.